So we're going to go ahead and get started. And here's the premise behind this call. And I'm going to do my very best to, now that I'm finally over here, it's 8:09, I'm going to do my very best to be efficient and expedient, to be bold, bright, and brilliant, as Chalene Johnson would say, and to try to keep this, not taking up too much of your evening. My desk is all weird and wonky down here too, you guys. This is crazy. This is craziness. Because if I was going to go on Facebook Live, I wouldn't have my big old desk all ready. I would be someplace else. But it's all good. So the point of this call tonight, and we've done these in the past, but it's been a while. And I realized that as we are making this quest to becoming a top 10 team, there are tools and actions that we have to take that we haven't done before. We can't continue to do what we've done and have something different happen. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to move my light to over here. So y'all, if this phone falls, you'll know, this is craziness. We can't continue to do what we've done and expect to have different results. So I don't care whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to be an emerald coach, whether you want to be a diamond coach, whether you want to be a 2-star diamond coach, or whether you are truly on this mission with us to become a top 10 team, which requires you to level up, which actually benefits you personally. What you've done to this point is not going to get you to that next point. And as I was looking at some of the tools and the trainings and the strategies and the resources that we are offering, I realized we're not really offering a new coach call. And that's on me. I haven't done that. So part of being a leader is realizing when you've maybe missed something and you need to fill in that gap. And that's what we're going to do tonight. I know many of you have incredible direct upline coaches, and I'm not your direct upline coach, and that's okay. And many of you have really, really incredible ones who are doing these getting started right calls, or doing these new coach calls with you. That's amazing. But I also want to have this Sparta Nation new coach call, because when you join this team, you join a 12-year veteran team, and you should know what you're joining. And sometimes when coaches come on board, we're just so concerned with getting them hooked into a program and hooked into a product and hooked into a book and whatever, that we forget to tell them what you're joining. Yes, everyone has an incredible coach. You wouldn't be part of this team. Everyone has an incredible coach. That we don't have to talk about that. But I'm guessing your incredible coach, everyone's incredible coach, including myself, I haven't even told my new coaches enough detail, context, and legacy about how this team started. They don't even know that. And shame on us for not sharing that. So tonight I want to give you a little bit of context. I want to give you a little bit of knowledge as to how this team started, some of the milestones that we've hit, our vision for 2020. You need to know where we came from, where we are, where we're going. And I want to give you some simple strategies, tips for success, some of which you might already know. Amazing. If you already know them, that means it's stuff you should be doing. And how many of us know but don't do? So consider this something as a reminder that if you're hearing me say something that you've already heard your coach, your direct upline coach say, and you're not doing it, you need to be doing it. Okay, so it's kind of like a reminder about that too. So I'm going to give you a little bit of history of the team. Let me go grab my laptop. And it is so dry and cold down here in my basement, so I'm always when I'm talking. I'm also shivering. I've been cold all day. Y'all, if we're gonna be in quarantine, can we get back to 75 degrees? Because this 45, not cutting it. I don't like it. I do not like it. So, I have a big desk set up back here. Can you see this? I had a place that we were gonna do this, and we had this really awesome presentation that I spent a lot of time yesterday working on, but it's okay. I'm just going to hold it up and show it to you, and then I'll send it. I'll put it in the team page. Okay, I'll put it in the team page. So here's the first picture. This is us. Let me turn my light down a little bit. That's from Summit. So there we are. There we are in front of Lucas Oil Stadium, Summit 2019. So this call is really for the coaches who joined our team in the last 3.5 months, January, February, and March. And here's the dealio. Did you hear Carl Deichler, our CEO, say on the National Wake Up Call yesterday that in the month of April, we've had 10,000 new coaches join Team Beachbody? 10,000 new coaches have joined Team Beachbody in April. In April. So people are out there. They want to be a part of this. And the more informed you are, the more clarity you have around how this team started, where we are and where we're going, and the role that you play in that, and the role that you play in your business and in your life. The more clarity you have around all that, the calmer, more confident you are when you're out inviting, which is the number one job, inviting. So what I want you to know tonight, that your upline coach may or may not have spent a whole lot of time talking about, but you are part of a 12-year veteran team. Yes, I became a coach 12 years ago, 2008. You are part of a 12-year veteran team. And we, as a team, Sparta Nation, has officially achieved already in March 2020, we are a premier team. Right now, in March 2020, we are already a premier team. You don't have to tell me if I'm frozen. You don't have to tell me any of that. That's likely going to happen throughout this presentation, but we're just going to keep going because that's what CEOs of multi-million-dollar businesses do, and that's what you are. So we'll just keep going. We know the Wi-Fi is always going to give us trouble no matter what we're doing, right? So you are part of right now, according to the Beachbody corporate titles, 2021 is when you'll get that recognition, premier team. But of course, that's not our goal. Our goal is to be an 11-time elite team. So let me go back to you being part of a 12-year veteran team. In 2008, June 2008, so just a couple months from now, I said yes to Team Beachbody coaching. I came from, my journey is, I was a high school English teacher. My husband is a college football coach. I kind of fell into teaching fitness when we moved. I kind of fell into becoming a master trainer. I got very connected with Chalene Johnson, who's the creator of Turbo Jam, Turbo Fire, Chalene Extreme, Pio. I'm sure you know her. And through that, the Team Beachbody coaching opportunity presented itself. What I want you to know is I had zero business experience. I came from a very small town. I had zero business experience. No females in my family, no females in my town owned businesses. I grew up in a very traditional home, amazing childhood, very traditional home. My dad had a growth mindset. My mom does not. So I've experienced a lot that you may have experienced or be experiencing in your business. I've experienced that also in my life. And I did not come into this with any business experience. So the first coach that says to me, well, yes, Julie, it's easy for you. Are you freaking kidding me? I knew nothing when I came into this business, and we had like 2 products and no Shakeology. So I'll shut that down quicker than anything. That's just absolutely not true. I came in June 2008 on the recommendation of Chalene Johnson, as so many of us do. We come in on the recommendation from someone else, or someone invites us and we say, yes, this sounds like something that fits into our life. And that's what happened to me. For 8 months, I did nothing with this business. But the thing is, someone invited me, both Chalene Johnson and my direct upline coach, Christine Dwyer, invited me. So here I am 12 years later, my life completely changed because someone invited me. So Christine invited me, Chalene invited me, Chalene saying this is really something you should do, and then me saying yes, resulted in this team now of thousands and growing every day. We did a fun little exercise at a Super Saturday, a couple Super Saturdays ago. And the Indiana Market Council has kind of an interesting algorithm to it, in that many of us are on the same team. Most of us really are on the same team. And so I said, how many of you on just the market council are actually coaches underneath me? And they all stood up. And then I went through the audience. How many of you are coaches underneath the people that are standing up? How many of you are coaches underneath the people that are standing up? And all those people standing up in that room could be traced back to one person, Christine Dwyer, who said yes, and then to me, who said yes, and then to all these people who were in that room standing up. That's where we come from. One person saying yes, another person saying yes, another person and another person and another person and another person. And it's so interesting to me when coaches, not really on our team, but coaches in the network will talk about, well, my brand is not Beachbody and I have my own brand and blah, blah, blah. That is true to an extent. However, let's get really honest. None of us, including myself, are here together, knowing each other as well as we do, as connected as we are, our lives as changed as they are, without one person saying yes, without all of us being connected by Beachbody. So we can get in our heads about, well, I'm going to have my own team and I'm going to have my own branding, and we're going to do so and lose connection with what brought us all here in the first place, which was one person, Christine Dwyer, Chalene Johnson. And if you go back even further, Carl Deichler standing on a beach, shaking hands with John Congdon, the two founders of this company, saying, all right, let's do this thing, and then it trickling out from there. So nobody has built any of this business on their own. And as a brand new coach, I want you to know that, absorb that, acknowledge that, embrace that, and freaking love that. Because that should be so reassuring to you that no one's built this on their own. You don't have to. You're not going to be the first. As a brand new coach, you're not going to be the first person who has to build this on their own with no help. That's the beautiful part about being on a 12-year veteran team. The resources and the training and the experiences, there will very likely not be anything that someone could experience now that someone on our team hasn't experienced at some point. Now, the truth is, none of us have been through a pandemic, but we've been through hard times. Every single one of us has been through hard times. And yet here we all are on the other side of it. And this business, as a new coach, what I want you to know so bone deep, this business will be your anchor and your center and your grounding through hard times if you let it. We've been here for 12 years. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here for another 120, as long as I can live, drinking my Shakeology. This will be your center if you will let it. We've been through hard times. They might not have looked exactly like this, but every single one of us has walked through hard times. And we've made it out on the other side. We're going to be fine. And thank goodness we have this business to be part of it. Okay, I try to keep it short. I can't do it. So you are part of a 12-year veteran team. Please, for the love of all things Beachbody, never forget that. That's a really big deal. In the context of this network, there are a handful of teams who have been doing this as long as we have. And out of that handful, there's even fewer that are actually doing something, So don't take this for granted that you're part of a 12-year team, because you have something that literally only a handful of teams in this entire network have. That's consistency and stability and a 12-year foundation. I don't care what coach comes out of the gates and gets to number one in 3 months or 6 months. I don't care. What I care about is building a team and a foundation that's here not just these past 12 years, but 12 years from now. Because if you join today, I want you to know with utmost assurance that I'm here 12 years from now. If I've been here 12 years and I've been through a lot of hard stuff in Beachbody life, where am I going? Of course I'm going to be here because it just gets better. It just keeps getting better. I want you to really take that in and understand how special this team is. Note, I didn't say how special I am. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. But I want you to understand that none of us are here without Chalene Johnson, Christine Dwyer, Carl Deichler, trickling down and trickling down. 12 years. It's so rare and so special. I want you to own that. When you're inviting, do you know how many teams come in and then they're gone and their coach quit and whatever? I'm here. I am here. I'm not going anywhere. 12 years in and I love it more. I am more obsessed with this team and what we get to do than I was when I started. 12 years in. You need to understand that, know that, take that in. And when you're inviting, have such bone deep confidence that you don't have to figure it out because you're part of a freaking 12-year team. And we're figuring it out together. You don't have to invite to your team, invite to this team. This team's got your back. We've been doing it for 12 years. I'm not going anywhere. So we got you. So we are a premier team already, which is very exciting. It's very exciting. Okay. So this is something that I want you to take in as well. Talked a little bit about where we came from and where we are, currently a premier team. And this is where we're going. Well, this makes me a little nauseous when I put this up a little bit. This is where we're going. We're going to be a 2020 top 10 team. Like, I literally, when I say that, I really have to take a breath because I can get very emotional about that. And you're a part of that. Because our new coaches, our 2019 and 2020 coaches, they're the push for this. And our veteran coaches, they're giving us the direction. So we have to have both. And in previous years, sometimes we've had lots of new coaches and they don't know where they're going. Sometimes we have lots of veteran coaches and we don't have any fuel. And this year, we have both. And this is where we're going. And you're a part of that. Every coach is vital. Every coach plays a part in making this happen. Every coach. And when we get to the end of that year, this year, and we get to, I get that call and I get to come in here and tell you that we're a top 10 team. Like I can't even, sometimes I let myself think about it. I know I shared this on Mindset Monday yesterday. Sometimes I let myself think about it and then I get really emotional about it. And I have to stop thinking about it because we gotta stay in the work. We gotta stay doing the work because we have 8.5 months left to go. We got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of lives to change, but that's where we're going. And every single coach is a part of that. And every single new coach is a vital part of that. And you need to know that. I don't care if you signed up yesterday. You are a part of this mission to be a top 10 team, which we have never done in 12 years. So we've got all this experience and all these resources. And then we have all these new coaches with all this fire, and it's all coming together in this beautiful, perfect storm that's taking us to a place that we've never been. But that also means we have to do stuff we've never done. Just like in fitness, if you continue to pick up the 5-pound weights over there, you're going to continue to get the same results. If you continue to eat 2 purple containers instead of 1 or whatever it is, you're not going to get different results. We have to do something different. We have to level up to get to a new level. And believe me, top 10 is a new level. But what a beautiful thing that is, that we all have to level up to make it happen. And when we all level up, that means personally and professionally. How cool is that? It's so freaking cool. Okay. So the question that I asked all the time when I was a brand new coach, because remember I told you when I started in 2008, for 8 months I did nothing. And the reason why I did nothing was because I wandered around going, what do I do as a new coach? I knew no female business owners. growing up. None. Zero. I knew no female business owners, no one in my family, no one in my town. Everyone just kind of became a teacher or a nurse, so they stayed home and they never left this little teeny tiny town that's the size of this eraser. And I didn't know what I did. I came on and I'm like, what do I do as a coach? I kept saying that. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Well, thankfully, I'm here to answer that question for you. And we also have other tools that will answer that question. But we're going to start with, what do? We do fitness first. Our team is a fitness-focused team. We do. Isn't this presentation beautiful? Wouldn't you like to be seeing this on your screen right now? Okay, we do fitness first. Let me make sure my brightness is turned up. We are on our own journey first. We can't help other people get results if we're not on our own journey first. We are on our own journey first. So what I need to know from you in the comments right now, and we're quarantined people, I got nowhere else to be, so I need to see it in the comments right now. Quickly, what's your workout that you're doing? What Shakeology flavor do you love? What's your performance line? What's your favorite products? Have you shared your befores and afters? Just start firing it off in the comments. What workout are you doing? What Shakeology do you love? What do you use Energize? What's your favorite flavor? What's your favorite program? If it's not currently the one you're doing, what is your favorite program? Have you shared before and afters today? It's Transformation Tuesday. Let's go. Fire it off. Come on. I need to see them. I got nowhere else to be, and frankly, neither do you. So let's see it in the comments. Come on. Come on. Give me all the Energized, like legitimately. We just got more Energized today, thank God. How do people even exist before Energized? I don't understand. We are on our own fitness journey first. Hands down, 100%. The coaches who aren't pressing play every single day, the coaches who aren't using products and programs, you're not building a business. You have to worry about your results and your journey first. Did someone say pumpkin spice is their favorite? No, pumpkin spice is my favorite. And if it's not yours and you have some sitting in your home, don't let it sit there like a sad little packet of Shakeology. Send it to me because I'm obsessed with it. We have to be on our own journey first. You have to press play every single day. You have to be drinking your shake every single day. You have to be using the performance line every single day. You have to be getting results. You cannot help others if you aren't getting results. Now, listen to me carefully when I say this to you. That does not mean you have to be a weight loss success story. You need to be a journey in progress. You need to be showing that you are using these products and programs, they are enhancing your life, and that you do fitness first. You do not have to be the cover of a Sports Illustrated model to be a Beachbody coach. In fact, I would argue that if you are in amazing shape and you're super consistent, it is harder for you because people love befores and afters. If you have befores and afters and you're not sharing them, what are you doing? Because that's what people want. People want programs that are going to get them to their results. We do fitness first, which means we have to be on a journey to our results every day in some way. That does not mean you have to be on a journey to your six-pack. It means you have to be on a journey to your best self, healthiest self every single day. That's what people want to see. And they don't just want to see it every once in a while because they're already doing every once in a while. That's why they're coming to you. That's why they're coming to us. Every once in a while, they got that hands down. They don't need a coach to show up every once in a while. They're already doing that. They're coming to you because you are showing up every day. And I also need you to listen very closely to this. No, it's not boring. It might feel boring to you because you're posting a clip of your workout every day. It's not. And I need you to take that word out of your vocabulary. It's not boring. You know what it is? It's consistent. Do you know what people who are coming to you don't have in their life? Consistency. That's why they're coming to you. So if you are showing up every once in a while and you are not doing fitness first, expect to not build a business. We don't need to go to the next slide. They've already got every once in a while dialed in. They got that in spades. They know what they're doing with every once in a while. They're coming to us for consistency. They're coming to us for community. They're coming to us for resources. They're coming to us not as the expert, as the people who can help us stay consistent. It starts with you. That's number one. So what do you do as a coach? Number one, you're on your own journey 100%. You are your best challenger. It's funny because sometimes people say, well, could you just remind me to work out? I'm like, well, nobody reminds me to work out. You're CEO of a multi-million-dollar business. Work out. It's your job. It's our job to work out, drink a really amazing life-changing shake, and drink this elixir called Energize, and then talk about it on social media. That's our job. Are you kidding me? I could be grading English essays again. I'm in workout clothes, drinking a life-changing shake, drinking this magical potion every morning called Energize, and working out, and that's my job? Yeah, I am here for that all day, every day, and you need to be too. That's our first job as coaches. Next. Are we good so far? I can't see your thumbs up. Can you give me a thumbs up emoji if we're good so far? Or something? Yes, a heart would be awesome. Whatever. We're good so far. Okay. If we were on Zoom, I could see you. I'm never getting over it. Okay. Number two, we help others. We connect people with solutions at work. We connect people with community. We connect people with something bigger than themselves. This right here, we help others, we connect people with solutions at work, we connect people with community, we connect people with something bigger than themselves. This is Success Club. So can we not get it all twisty about no one's buying and everyone's saying no, and we're talking about people. We know we're talking about people. This, helping others, that's what we do as a coach. This is point number 2, and this is Success Club. And I'm going to go out on a limb here. And for some of you that are listening to this is going to be a ping in the heart. And guess what? In 12 years as a coach, I've had plenty of pings to the heart. And the pings to the heart make me get better. So for some of you, this is going to be a ping to the heart. If you're not hitting Success Club, you're not doing your job. I said it. If you aren't hitting Success Club, you aren't doing your job as a coach that you signed up to be. You are doing the first part, you're on your own fitness journey, and you are enjoying the products and programs at a discount. And that is amazing. That is absolutely okay if that's your goal. That's totally okay. But if your goal is to change some lives, maybe create some income, then if you're not hitting Success Club, you're not doing your job. Also, if you're letting fear or just something new hold you back, then this won't be the only thing that holds you back from in life. You will get to the end of your life and go, why didn't I do X, Y, Z? Oh, because I was scared. Well, who wants to live a life like that? That's a bunch of crap. You're living and breathing health and fitness, and you're walking this journey of how it's changing your life. Help others experience too. Because there are so many people out there who have no idea this exists. Do you ever have that conversation with someone, you're like, and you talk to them about what you do, and you're kind of using a program as an example or something, and you're like, well, you've heard of insanity. And they go, no. And like right away, are you like, yeah, we're done here. Like I can't even, what? Like who are you? So when you are helping others, That's Success Club. That's where that comes from. Okay? Right here. That's your job. Your job is to wear workout clothes, press play, drink a life-changing shake, have some magical potion called Energize, and help others. That's your job. You don't have to grade papers. You don't have to go in to a healthcare facility and be on the front lines of this pandemic. You get to do this. Hit Success Club and change lives. That's your job. I mean, come on. It's awesome. Okay. Let's talk about top 10. Hold on. Okay. Every time you achieve Success Club, which is what? Let me hear it again. What is it? That's your job. Every time you achieve Success Club, you play a vital role in helping us become a top 10 team. Did you like that, Karen? Did you like that dance? I know. I'm just so excited about our team right now. I'm so excited about it. Okay, so every time you achieve Success Club, you play a vital role in us becoming a top 10 team. So when you achieve Success Club, you get leadership points for the team. It goes towards a free personal ticket to Summit, which they're going to honor next year. It creates income. Hello. It gives you customers, and it impacts you personally and the lives you personally change. So here's the thing. When you know that, and you know your job is to hit Success Club, you know that. You know your job is to hit Success Club because you know your job is to be on your own fitness journey and to help others on their fitness journey. This is what you do as a coach. And you said, I want to do something with this business. I want to be a coach. And you know that your job is Success Club because that's helping others. And you do not hit it, I'm going to say something else that's going to ping you in the heart. It's going to ping you in the heart, and you have to be okay with that because you have to know that in 12 years of coaching, I have been pinged in the heart so many times by mentors, by people, Chalene Johnson, by Carl Deichler. I mean, I have been pinged in the heart. You name it. So I'm just going to say this, and it's going to ping some of you in the heart. And I'm okay with that because I've been pinged in the heart and I'm still here to talk about it and I'm better for it. If you know that your coaching job is to be on your journey and to help others be on their journey, and you know that you hitting Success Club helps a team do something we've never done before, like you know all that, and you don't hit Success Club, that's a choice. It's a decision you've made. It just is. And you can say, no, everyone's saying no. No, not everyone's saying no. Because between April 1st and April 12th, 10,000 new coaches joined Team Beachbody. So no, not everyone's saying no. And last week, what were my notes from the National Wake Up Call? 875,000 new sign-ins on Beachbody On Demand. I wrote it down from the National Wake Up Call, something like 2.5 million people getting on and streaming workouts in the last, week or so. Like, are you kidding me? No, not everyone's saying no. Not everyone's saying no. If you are not hitting Success Club, and you are someone who said, I want to build a business, I want to create some income, and I want to, more importantly, change some lives. And you know that your journey is to be on your journey and to help others be on their journey, and you are not hitting Success Club, that's a choice you're making. And if that is bothersome to you, I'm okay with that. Because there's been a lot of things that have been said to me over 12 years that have been bothersome to me that have been true. And because someone cared enough about me to say them, it made me better and probably led to a lot of you being here. Because if I would have stayed back at the level that I was before they said it to me, some of you likely wouldn't be here. Our team wouldn't have grown. So you've got to be willing to take those pings to the heart, knowing that it's because I believe, I got to put my computer down and tell you this. I believe, and I know that if I'm not your upline coach, I know your upline coach believes that, but you need to know, as the person who started this business at the kitchen table that's right upstairs, I believe so deeply in the potential of every human, but especially women. If there's men on here, totally fine. But I believe so deeply in the strength and resilience of humans, in the potential and possibility that is within us, especially women. And sometimes we talk about the potential and possibility in the business. Yes, true. But the potential and possibility in the business exists for all coaches. Why is it that some of them do something with it and some of them don't? Because some of them have chosen to see, to embrace, to start to tap into their own potential and possibility, and then connect that to the business. The potential and possibility in the business always exists. You have to decide that you have potential and possibility. And I so deeply believe in the strength and resilience of every human, of every coach, and mostly of every female, so deeply that sometimes I almost can't articulate it, because I just feel like we've barely begun to tap at, to scratch at, to chip away at the potential of this team. But to move further ahead, to become a top 10 team, we need everybody understanding their own potential and possibility. And so if you're not hitting Success Club, that's a choice you're making. Make a different one. When you advance rank, and this is all coaches, not just new ones. That's what makes this so cool, because to be a top 10 team, it literally takes every coach on the team. Our new coaches are hitting Success Club and starting to advance rank. So Amber, I know you're on here, and I know that your coach, I know Steve, I got you, Steve. And I know your coach Megan is on here. And so Amber is a brand new diamond on our team. When Amber's coach Megan advances to diamond, Amber advances to 1-star diamond. Here's what's cool. Amber, one coach, became a success starter earlier this year. She earned our team 25 points. Amber became a diamond officially last week, so she'll earn our team 25 points this month. When Amber's coach Megan becomes a diamond and Amber is a 1-star, she earns our team 25 more points. So Amber can earn our team 75 points. When she goes on to become a 2-star, a 3-star, a 4-star, a 5-star, she continues to add points. And I'm using Amber as an example because I know she's on here and I know her coach Megan is on here. But this is what makes this so cool, is that these new coaches come on and it's their Success Club points that matter. Yes, and your Success Club points matter, but you could also advance rank and continue to contribute to the team. So as a new coach coming on, as a brand new coach coming on, you're thinking, okay, well, how do I help the team become a 10, this whole top 10, this seems like I just signed on this month. Fantastic. What do you focus on? Your journey and helping others. You focus right now on your journey and helping others get started on their journey. So those 8 months that I was wandering around, like, what do I do as a coach? No one just told me, just be on your journey and help others get on their journey. That's all you've got to worry about as a new coach. And then as you start to build, as you start to grow and get a little deeper understanding what the business is, and you become a diamond and a star diamond and a star diamond, and you continue to contribute these points, you're helping the entire team level up. That's why every single coach matters. How cool is that? That you could literally sign up yesterday and make an immediate impact on a 12-year veteran team. Like, what? That's amazing. That's amazing. Think of going into I'm reading a book on Pixar right now. If you went into Pixar and got hired today, do you think at a corporation like that, you would make an impact immediately? Likely you'd have to work your way up the ladder. I think of even my husband's job as a football coach. No one gets hired as a head coach out of college. You start down here and you work your way up. But in this business, you could come on yesterday and make an impact on this team this week. Are you kidding me? That's how cool this business is. That's the potential and possibility that lies within the business. Now you have to decide what potential and possibility lies within you. And then you go back. What's my journey? I'm on my own fitness journey. I'm helping others on their fitness journey. And then you start to help others help others. You bring people on as challengers. That's this. I'm helping others. I'm bringing people on as challengers. I'm hitting Success Club. I'm on my own journey. But I want to be a coach. I don't want to just be a challenger enjoying the discount. I want to make an income and I want to change lives. I want to make a difference and create the life that I want to create on purpose. I don't want to just enjoy the products. I want to do something with this. I can feel something in me that knows that there's something greater in me than just enjoying the discount on the products and programs. That's totally cool, but you're feeling something more. You start here, helping others. And this is Success Club. We're helping others, we're connecting them with the solutions at work, we're connecting people with community, and we're connecting people with something bigger than themselves. This is Success Club. That's step 2 on what do I do as a coach? I help others. And then, as you start to grow, you help others help others. You help others get started like you did as a coach to create a little income, make a difference. You connect people with solutions at work, you connect people with community, and you connect people with something bigger than themselves. And it looks the same as the previous slide, because it is. We are simply helping others duplicate the habits that we have to create success. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We need to share, connect, and invite. This is where we start to advance to Emerald, if we're not already there, and where we start to advance to Diamond. So we've been on our own fitness journey. We start by helping others and bringing people in maybe as challengers, and we're hitting Success Club, and then we move to helping others help others and getting them started exactly like we did. A simple flywheel. A simple flywheel. We don't have to recreate the wheel. We don't have to have pretty graphics or a team name or any of that. You're on a team. It's called Team Beachbody. You don't need to worry about a team name or a logo or a graphic or a TikTok or any of that. You need to be on your own journey. You need to help people, and then you need to help people over and over. That's your flywheel. So what do we do as a new coach? We tap into fitness. We tap into all our nutrition tools. We tap into personal development, and 100% in 12 years. 100%. I can't make this up. 100%. When a coach is stuck or at a plateau, or they're not moving forward, or they're not coachable, y'all, that is the worst. And you know it, because if you have children or you coach teams or you have seen it in your life, when someone is giving someone advice and you're like, why aren't they listening? It's because they're not coachable. I'd rather take this pencil through my eyeball when someone's not coachable. It's because they're not doing personal development. It just is. If you're not taking time to train your brain as much as you're taking time to train your body and put good food in your body, your business is never going to go anywhere. It just isn't. And quite frankly, there's your life. You know, do you know what kind of books my mom reads? Who's the guy that wrote Nicholas Sparks? And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, the books that my dad read were completely different. The books that I read, completely different. So my life will look completely different because of what I'm putting in my brain. We have this incredible community. How many years have we had this team? 12. We have this incredible community, and then we have the business activity tracker. When I started, we didn't have the business activity tracker. Hence, part of the reason why I wandered around going, what do I do as a coach? I didn't have the business activity tracker. We have that now. No one can come on into this business and go, I don't know what to do, because we have the business activity tracker. And here's the cool thing. I did a couple calls a couple weeks ago. One was for a newer set of coaches, and one was for a veteran set of coaches. I had two different speakers on the calls, and they did not talk to each other whatsoever. And one was a younger coach experiencing some pretty fast growth, but could really speak to this newer group of coaches. And one was a veteran coach. She was in the top 25 of 2019, so she could speak to this veteran set of coaches. And both of these coaches said, if you're not using the business activity tracker, you're not building a business. Both of them. To the new set of coaches and to the veteran set of coaches. The business activity tracker is your tool. And the beautiful thing about it is you don't have to create it or recreate it. So every time you've got a new coach that comes on, you've got the tool already to give them. You don't have to worry about making some pretty graphic. And believe me, coaches, I have done that. I have spent time like making our own Sparta Nation graphics and making our own Sparta Nation checklists and our own here's my new coach stuff for Sparta Nation. What the heck was I doing? Why was I not spending that time inviting? We had the tool. It's called the Business Activity Tracker. We don't need to have our team logo on it. Copy it off from the Coach Online office, duplicate it, share it. That's how you grow a business. Not by coming up with some fancy tracker that you created, because your next coach might come on and say, well, I don't really feel like creating my own checklist. Does that mean I can't be successful in the business? And you're like, oh, no, I just wanted to. Well, why? Why are we recreating the wheel? It's also why I don't have a bunch of Sparta Nation new coach training. We have it in the Coach Online office. And I want every single coach who comes on our team to look at what we do and go, oh, I could do that. And if I'm creating a bunch of stuff on a fancy website and a fancy tracker and fancy all the fancy pants, and no one's using the stuff that's already created for us in the Coach Online office, the business doesn't become duplicatable. That's where we create success, when we can just pass it down and we can just duplicate it. So your resources as a new coach is you're diving into your fitness and your challenge group, you're dialing in your nutrition, you're digging into your personal development. And if you're one of my coaches, my personal coaches, in your welcome letter, I gave you suggestions for personal development. If those don't, ring for you, we'll find something else. Don't you worry, but this has to be happening. You've got an incredible community, a 12-year veteran community with tons of experience, and you've got the business activity tracker, and those are your resources. Wait, I feel like I have something. Yes. Okay. Other resources. Coach Online office. Hashtag duh. That's where everything is. Coach Online office, it's so amazing. Also, just so you know, when I became a coach in 2008, there was no Coach Online office. It was bad. I can't even really remember what it looked like. It was bad, and we didn't have all these resources. So get in there and dig around and play around, not at the expense of inviting, but if you're working a power hour, maybe 15 minutes, that power hour is digging around in your Coach Online office to see the treasure trove of resources back there. Speaking of the National Wake Up Call, you could start today and work your way through the National Wake Up Calls, all the archived National Wake Up Calls, and have personal development for months. There are so many. Months, I tell you. It's amazing. And the stories and the different stories and what you will hear, what you will start to connect is, wow, there are best practices in this business. Pushing play, drinking our shake, using the tracker, personal development, inviting. There are best practices in this business. But the stories of how those practices surface or how they play out in someone's life are all different. There are as many ways to build the business as there are coaches in the network. Within the best practices, there's so much gray area. And when you listen to the National Wake Up Call and you hear these stories, you realize so many people have created successful businesses. They're no different than you or me or any of us. They just made a decision. So the National Wake Up Call, absolutely incredible resource. Team page, including the events tab. I make an event tab I make an event in the events tab for everything that we have so that people can go get the information in one accessible location. So whether it's a live workout, whether it's a virtual team event, whether it's this, or I make an event for it, and that way you can find it. So the team page, including the events tab. I do Facebook Lives. I've started doing them every day. For some people, that might be too much. Guess what? You don't have to watch it every day. But for others, especially some of our newer coaches, here's the deal, y'all. This is a weird, murky, muddy time. And we have an opportunity right now to be both empathetic and excited about the potential of the coaches on this team and the potential of this team. And sometimes someone's got to be the one that shines a light on that potential. And in this case, on this team, it's me. So I show up to do Facebook Lives. I also show up because I'm never going to ask you to do something that I'm not doing. And if I'm asking this team to show up, you better believe I'm showing up. So I'm showing up every day, Facebook Lives. And then Google and YouTube. You are the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business. Do you know Rachel Hollis built her business with the Google search bar? So there's very little that you could ask that probably can't be Googled, can't be YouTubed, or can't be found in your Coach Online Office FAQ, which is another brilliant source of information. So before you ask your coach, or you ask in the team page, or you ask in a message thread, take a moment and go, could I Google this? Let me try. Google it, see what you find out. Could I YouTube this? See what you find out. Things like, how do I grow an Instagram following? That is a YouTube question. How do I work presets on Lightroom? Go to YouTube. How do I change a customer from one coach to another? Google. Google. It's like there's almost nothing that can't be Googled or YouTubed. So before you ask a question, I want you to go through your list of resources. And the reason why I say that is not because your coach or I or anyone on this team doesn't want to help the next coach. We want everyone to succeed. But because if you have children, when they accomplish something themselves, that sense of pride, they're so proud. Like when they tie their shoe for the first time, or they ride their bike without training wheels for the first time, they do that big accomplishment. They figured it out and they're doing it on their own, and they have that sense of pride. They own that now. Like they own that pride. It gives them this confidence that pours over into other stuff in their life. That's what happens when we figure stuff out. And if your coach gives you all the answers, or you're just going to your coach to get the answers instead of taking responsibility for it yourself, you're not going to have that sense of pride, that sense of accomplishment. Your business is not going to feel like yours. And it is yours. You're the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business. Whether you believe that or not, I'm telling you that because I'm living proof of it. Me, from population 1,200, tiny town in the Midwest with a cornfield in my backyard, and I saw no female entrepreneurs, not one. In my family or in my town, I saw none of it. Fell into fitness, certainly didn't go to college for that, fell into being a master trainer, fell into this business, and somehow have figured out how to build a multi-million-dollar business from my kitchen table that's right upstairs. If I can do that, you can too, because your resources and your trainings and the mentorship and the tools that are available to you now are exponentially better than anything that I've ever had. So if I can figure it out with no Coach Online Office and no Shakeology, you can figure it out. Now, I know it's a pandemic, so I know it's a weird and wonky time, but we've lived through hard times before. They've looked different. They've been death of parent, or, divorce, or job loss. There have been hard times in our lives, and we've lived through them. Here we are on the other side. So we will live through this. And I also know that as much as I believe in the potential and possibility of human beings, especially women, I also believe in the deep resilience of human beings. I believe in that. Sometimes we forget to believe in that in ourselves, but I believe you are so much more resilient and stronger than you think you are. People need what we have right now, more than they might even know. They need what we have. You have the answer to help people. So here we go. Well, this didn't come out as well as I wanted it to, but here you go. So here's our 2020 vision. We are on a path to become a top 10 team. We're doing two things that we've never done before this year. We're doing two things that have never been done in the entire network, and you are a part of that, especially as a new coach. Number one, we're going to become an 11-time elite team, and no other team has done that. Period. No other team has done that. We're going to become an 11-time elite team. That's number one. Number two, no other coach, no other team, no other organization within Team Beachbody has been a 12-year veteran team and for the first time ended the year as a top 10 team. No one. Because there are very few 12-year veteran teams. The ones that are 12-year veteran teams, a lot of them aren't doing anything with their business. So we're doing two things this year that no one's ever done before. We're going to become an 11-time elite team, never been done. We're going to become a top 10 team as a 12-year veteran team. Never been done before. Never. So we're making history. And do you know what you have to do? You have to be on your journey. You have to help people. That's Success Club. You have to help others help others. That's what you do. You don't have to make graphics or a team name or a logo or get fancy or recreate trackers or checklists, or you don't have to do any of that. You have to be on your journey. Press play, drink, shake, drink some Energize, read a book every day. You got to help others. That means you have to invite and you have to hit Success Club. There's no negotiation around that. You have to help 3 people every month. And then you have to help others help others. And when you do those things and you get to be diamond, that's how we build leaders who are in the top 1% of this entire company. Because that's what you are at Diamond, the top 1% of the entire company. How long would it take you to do that if you were working at Apple or Pixar or Starbucks? How long would it take you to do that if you were, like I was, teaching high school? Because I know, as a high school English teacher, at some point I was going to reach a cap where I'm done. Kind of like my husband, there's a cap at some point. Well, he's at it for his job. It doesn't matter how many games we win or how many championships we win, he's capped. It didn't matter how many years I taught or how many students got straight A's. At some point there's a cap. But not in this business. In this business, we can blow the lid off that cap. And we're doing it this year because we've never been a top 10 team. We've never been an elite 11-time team. And we're doing it this year. We have the right people on board at the right time. We have new coaches who are so on fire that sometimes I can hardly keep up with them. They're so on fire. They pull me out of bed at 4:30 in the morning because I can't wait to see what they're doing. We have veteran coaches with so much experience and so much knowledge. And they take, when I get like, rah, they're like, okay, everyone calm down now. And they can say that to me because they've been on this journey with me for a while. And I read my vision a few weeks ago. Of course I cried when I read my vision. It is what it is. And the number one point on my vision is I'm not dragging coaches along anymore. Because this business, it's so extraordinary that I'm not dragging anyone to see that if they don't want to. New coaches, veteran coaches, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. We're going places this year. And if you are a brand new coach on the team, welcome to the legacy. You're part of something very special. Acknowledge that, know that, own that. Let that be your armor when you're inviting. You're part of something so special and so rare in this business. It's hard for me to talk about it because it feels like it almost feels facetious on my end. Like I'm talking about how great, I am. And it's just not. That's not the reality. The reality is this team has been in existence for 12 years. And that's so rare in this business. I can't even put words around how rare it is. And we're always a little bit of the underdog, which I like. I like that because they underestimated us. And I love that even more. And you're part of this team that we're just not okay with complacency, and we're not okay with average and ordinary. And there's coaches on this team that are, and that's okay. But the ones I'm running with, the new coaches, the veteran coaches, they're the ones that are starting to tap into their potential. They're starting to tap into their potential. And they're starting to see, this is simple. I'm gonna be on my own journey, and I'm gonna help others. I'm gonna hit Success Club because there's 3 people every month who need what we have, especially now. And I'm gonna help others help others. And when I do that, not only do I get to change lives, which is crazy, I get to make a little income for my family. I get to help my family right now. I get to help others help their families right now. And I get to help this team do something that's never been done. Are you kidding me? And I get paid to do it? And I get to do it in my workout clothes? Yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're doing something really special. We're transforming, we're expanding, we're connecting, and we are going after this vision of being a top 10 team. And every single new coach on this team is an integral part of it, just as much as every veteran coach is. So if you signed up today and you're listening to this and you're thinking, gosh, do I have an impact? I need you to know you do. And if you signed up 12 years ago and you're thinking, do I have an impact? Yes, you do. Everyone makes an impact if you choose to lean in and do that. If you choose to lean in and do that. And with empathy and with excitement, we get to share. We get to share every day what we found that's changed our lives. We get to help others do the same. We get to bring them into this team that 12 years in is stronger than it ever has been and has bigger goals and dreams than it ever has been and is on a mission. And I know I've showed this to you a couple times, but if you've missed it, I'm showing it to you again. And you might want to get one of your own because this is where we're going. And if my 18-year-old daughter can make that for me because she believes in our team and she believes what we can do, then I think those of us who are on this team owe it to her and everybody else who's watching to show them what we can do and to show them that people out there need what we have. And in this murky, muddy time, to be the light for others who don't have the tools to do it themselves. We get to do that every day. So let's go do it. New coaches, check in with your direct upline. Make sure you're using the business activity tracker and do not make your direct upline ask you for it. You're the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business. Fill out that BAT, send it to your upline and tell them you are ready. You are ready to be part of a top 10 team. And when you get up in the morning and you're wondering what you should do as a coach and you're filling out that BAT, and I want you to think of it as pressing play and drinking a shake or any of that. What you're doing is changing lives. What you're doing is building a top 10 team. That's what you are doing. Just like the story I shared yesterday about the janitor who worked at NASA. I'm not mopping floors around here. I'm putting a man on the moon. We're not just pressing play and drinking a shake and drinking some Energize. We are changing lives. We're creating legacy and we're building a top 10 team. That's what we're doing around here. New coaches, welcome to our team. Veteran coaches, reach out your hand. Let them know that you're here for them. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for What's Up Wednesday.